Podcast, episode 390 of the TheFaisonViewPodcast. Road to 400, man. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes. Man, continue to show support on the journey. Hey, y'all already know how we coming. Hey, we got much on the agenda today. Of course, let's get the sports out the way real quick. Mavs versus Celtics. They up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. What I see from the finals already is that the Celtics, they ain't coming to play. All right, they have a great team. The Mavs have a very solid team, but the role players and Kyrie not stepping up right now. Luka can't do it by himself to win this series. The Celtics, JT, the way Jaylen Brown playing, the best player on the Celtics right now is Jaylen Brown. Drew Holiday, Porzingis, the supporting cast, Devin White. They got a good squad, so you got to give them their praise. They doing what they had to do. They won 2 at home. Now it's time to step up. I don't know what it is in that leprechaun and Kyrie, but he 0-12. 0-12. We can't have it no more. And we got to be transparent because we hold our greats accountable. When it's time to perform, it's time to perform. So, like, I don't know what it is with Kyrie and the Celtics, but I feel like they can get it done. If they win their next game, they make it 2-1, then it's a series. If they lose the next game, then it's over. You know, it's no team that's come back from 3-0. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being realistic. And then also with the Celtics, I feel like I've never been a Celtics fan. If you know me, I do not like the Celtics. I don't like the Boston teams. That's just me personally. But as far as players, I do respect a lot of the players that have come from Boston. But Jaylen Brown, he's hooping. And I'm proud. And honestly, I'm proud of him in his moment because he always gets overshined and overlooked because you do have Jason Tatum, who's a very good athlete, very good basketball player. Like, deserves to be in, those top 10 conversations. But, like, when it's time to show up, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he disappears all the time, but Jaylen Brown is that dog, that warrior that they need on their squad and that team. So, the Celtics up 2-0. Y'all let me know who y'all got. In the comments, y'all let me know who you got. Like I said, I got the Mavs in 7 now, the way it's looking. But they have to win this next game. If they don't win this next game at home, then it's finito. It is what it is at that point. I don't know what to make it after that. I don't know. And I'm here to keep the same energy today. Keep the same energy. This just happened. And a lot of people are talking about it and discussing it as far as Michael Rainey. He was touched inappropriately on live stream with Tylil James, his live streams, popular YouTuber. They have a good rapport, both from New York, good dudes, you know what I'm saying? But on the live stream, Tylil's sister, inappropriately touched Michael Rainey. And then if you was watching that live stream, just respectfully, his younger sister was just being inappropriate. But for that to happen on live stream, a lot of people question what should he do next. And I feel like if the tables was turned, it would be no question. It would be no question what would happen. Charges already been filed, right? For real. And rightfully so. So, like, I feel like what this puts on notice is that men do get sexually assaulted too. I mean, that's the reality of things too. We don't like to look at it in that way because just how the universe works as far as like males and males and females and how we look at and deem certain things. But this is a situation where, like, can you really be mad at Michael Rainey for actually suing in this situation? It's a probable cause for sure. And it was just inappropriate. And what bothered me the most as well is that Tylil is sending the apology, and respectfully he should send the apology, but the little sister didn't come out and say anything. That's on you. You need to apologize. I feel like Tylil in this situation is catching a lot of flack over his sister's actions, and that's kind of what I mean. Like, when you become a public figure, those are the things that you have to be aware of. Is like who you keep around, even if it's family. So, like, not saying that he's wrong because he, based off of his YouTube journey, like, his family is a part of that. But in certain circumstances, like this, now you see where that can play, because that was just nasty. That was just nasty, mad inappropriate, mad unwarranted. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, on live stream. Michael Rainey, he said he is in shock. He's in shock about the situation, not knowing what to do next. But I mean, you can't really be mad at him in this situation if he decided to sue, you know. And I believe that he may not, based off of him, you know, him and his relationship with Tylil, they cool. So I don't think so, but it is probable cause for him to do so, because if the tables were turned, it would be no question of what would be happening right now, what would be transpiring. So I feel like a lot of people are keeping the same energy on the other side, because if it was flip flop and that was the male inappropriately touching the female at that time, oh yeah, it'll be a lot more hectic than it is right now in the uproar. And speaking about Michael Rainey, all right, Power Book 2 Ghost. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining. I really like Power Book 2. I really like all the characters, but it's just with me, like with me, I just feel like when reality, it's way past reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's way past reality. Like like a lot of the things that you see, it was hilarious to see. You know, she a legend. But Mary J. Blige, she over here talking to herself. She talking to everybody in her conscience. She in a coma. She got shot 85 times. But like I'm not hating on it. It's really entertaining. I do like Power, but I'm still one of those fans that's hurt about Ghost dying. You know, I'm still one of them fans that are the core Power fans, and I'm still watching, of course. But like, I miss that type of television. Even though a lot of the stuff in that was like unrealistic, but it was more so, you know, in the realm of realistic. And then I was looking, this episode had me dying laughing. It was so much that went on in this episode. And then what really hit me was just when Tyreek and Braden, they in the car talking about their lives. I'm like, bro, y'all had it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had it. Like, Ghost try to protect you from this. Braden, your father and people try to protect you from this, give you a job, get you out the streets. Same thing with what they did with Tyreek. They wanted Tyreek to not be a part of their life. He wanted to, you know, do what he wanted to do. So I'm just like, bro, not them having a moment about like what they should have did. You know what I'm saying? How their life should have been. it just power is crazy. But like, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be make for a good season. It is the last season, but like my opinion, I feel like it's been a good run. It's been what, like 9, almost 10 years. It was 2014 when I started watching Power. Like, especially like if it's nowhere else to go in the storyline, I feel like that it did its just due. It's an amazing show. I think it's up there. Power is up there of one of my top all times of TV shows. You know, of course, mine's is The Wire first. The Wire has to be in there. For a lot of other people, people would say The Sopranos. People would say it's a lot of people that say, but I feel like Power is in that conversation as well too. Like the legacy of Power. And speaking about situations in music, like, let me just talk about music. Recently, Bun B shared his testimony about 2019 home invasion. His wife was held at gunpoint. And a lot of people are taking to social media to speak on the situation with Bun B because he was emotional in his testimony about what happened in 2019. And my views on it is just like, we see Bun B. I think he's a thorough dude, you know, but also he's a public brand, and also in this life that he's in now, he's a civilian. And I'm not sitting there saying that, okay, well, if he once lived this certain life, he shouldn't be doing certain things of that nature. It's a lot of things in this as well too. It's your wife being held at gunpoint. That's a conversation that you gotta have. Me, rightfully so. Like, honestly, that's a conversation we gotta have. Maybe I take different measures after that situation happens, but who's to say? We're not in that situation. But his wife being held at gunpoint, it being home invasion, they was going to do an investigation regardless. In my point of view, I feel like let the police do their job. Let them do their job. They do whatever they got to do. My first thought process, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? React. Of course, I'm just talking about if he ended up getting away, and now I'm just like, in the point of I'm gonna retaliate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna retaliate, and then I'm gonna go to jail, or you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I would to have a be up there on in a testimony But Bun B share his testimony. I don't think he's wrong in doing that. I don't think we can call him a snitch based off of doing that. I don't get that. I don't understand it. And I feel like me wholeheartedly in our black community, we hold a certain code of ethics to a lot of things that in hindsight, you know what I'm saying? Like, for what cause? You know, like in a lot of cases, you feel me? Like at some point we got to grow up. And I'm not sitting here saying that what he did was automatically right, but I don't think it's wrong as well too. His family, his wife in danger. You know what I'm saying? What else is he supposed to do? You feel me? Like, what else is he supposed to do? Me personally, like I said, I would let the police handle whatever they had to handle. But best believe my first reaction would probably be like, I'm about to handle it myself. But who's to say how that would go too? You know what I'm saying? It's a tough situation, but that's definitely a conversation you should be having with your wife and your kids that in your house and you trying to protect. So how do you react in these certain situations? And people look at Bun B in a certain way, but Bun B was always, especially acclaimed from a lot of the people in the industry, and just real talk. I've heard a lot of praise about Bun B and his character and not being a part of that, and actually being an OG in the community at a young age. Like, no, we not gonna do that. We're gonna stir away from that type of life. We don't have to do that to make means. We don't have to showcase. We don't have to act in a certain way. He's always been thorough. So I don't think this changes the way people should look at Bun B or his character, or should people be calling him that. I don't think so. Especially in this circumstance. It's a whole different circumstance. It's a home invasion. It's a whole different circumstance. Wife and kids in the house. You in the house. Danger. Like, at that point, it was either be killed or get killed. I don't know all the ins and research of what happened in that situation, but obviously both sides are still here. But that could have went a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? To where he held his wife at gunpoint. She cannot be here. So it's like, what do you do in that situation? That's a tough situation to be in. But I don't look at Bun B in any other type of way based off of that at all. Like one of the geniuses in rap and also brands. You know what I'm saying? Real dude. Like, Bun B always been solid. So I don't understand that point of view. Hey, fan makes sign telling Chris Brown her engagement was called off because she went to the concert. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. She chose to go to the concert over the love and the marriage. Hey, for real. I don't. Hey, look. We just in different times. We in different times, but I mean, obviously, look, she got the attention. I'm over here talking about it. She went viral. She made a sign and got Chris Brown's attention. And he took notice to it while in the concert. But it's just like, bro, why? Is that the lengths we going to risk our relationship and risk everything for? You know what I'm saying? On the other side, okay, yeah, it's you know what I'm saying, she's trying to go to a concert, but like, what you trying to go to the concert for? Because I know, man, was sitting on the edge of their seats after that situation happened where that young lady went up there and went in while her man was standing right there in the audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's and then she did, and then it's funny because she did get noticed, but it's like, nah, come on now, you gonna risk your relationship over going to a concert? Understandably so, she should be able to just go to a concert. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there saying that, but I don't understand the ins out of a relationship, but she's engaged. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that really that more important than me? So I get that. As a male, I'll be tight. And honestly, we need to start talking about Chris Brown legacy. This man. Hey, look here. I don't care what nobody say. This man GOAT. For real. And that's just giving respect. Chris Brown is one of them. And it's a clip going viral of him dancing, flipping and, performing, singing and stuff like that. Like, it's time that we start talking about, especially alive. To me, Chris Brown is the greatest performer I've ever seen, entertainer I've ever seen alive. You get into the Michael Jackson, Chris Brown comparisons and how athletic this man Chris Brown is too. I mean, it's what I'm saying. Like it's giving his respect. And then one thing that he talked about during his concert as well too. He said like all the love and support I get, it don't look blackballed to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like I'm blackballed by my people or the people that actually love me, because Chris Brown sell out every single concert. Like no matter what, his fans is what I'm saying, is gonna be there for him. And then you got people paying $1,000 to come see him, just take a picture. His legacy there. And then that's another reason why. I understand. I understand the dude point of view. Dude, like, you about to go to that Chris Brown concert, you about to pay $1,000 to take a picture. Oh, and then you already know. I ain't got to tell y'all what the pictures look like. They get that. Hey, for them, they like, I'm getting my money's worth. For them, that's how they looking at. I'm getting my money's worth, because they be there with Chris Brown, all different type of poses, wild stuff. Oh hell no! Oh my God. Imagine the dude you just see on your feed. Imagine your girl. She just bent over in front of Chris Brown. She just paid $1,000 for a meet and greet with Chris Brown. She just doing that all in the photo. Oh my Lord! And she only want to put a photo of you up. Y'all on vacation. She just showing her feet. But she up in the picture with Chris Brown cheesing. Oh my Lord! Sick to your stomach. Hey, I feel it. Cause look here. Cause Shorty called off the engagement. She basically like, forget it. I'm going to this Chris Brown concert, bro. Made a sign and all, bro. Come on now, and that speaks to this man. This man one of the goats, bro. This man one of the goats. We gotta give him his credit for real. We gotta give him his credit. Like, to be selling out arenas and towards what I do respect about Chris Brown for real, what I do respect about him, he took accountability for all his actions. All the things that's happened in the past, he took accountability for. He said sorry. He did everything. He went to jail. It's a lot of things that came behind that. He actually took accountability, went back into the booth, made music, and continued to be him. You can't. I mean, how for those that continue to look at him like that, it's crazy. It's crazy for you to do so, because you got a lot of artists that you probably like out here that are slime balls behind closed doors, for real. And you see that happening right now with a lot of you know who. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we revere a lot of people that really behind closed doors be wild as I don't know what, and then they want to just apologize just because they got caught. Nah, so you got it. Come on now, you got to give Chris Brown his respect. He's continued to stay consistent throughout all of this. You know what I'm saying? Been remorseful many times. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's time we continue to give him his credit and continue to sell out these arenas for real. Like 101. Boosie asks, do you support your kid? Which is a great question. Do you support your kid if they're not good at sports? That's a good question. I think yes, of course. I think you still support them, and I think you try to nurture that and continue to work at it. And if you feel like, and if your child feels like that's not working out for them and they want to do something else, I feel like they should be allowed to do that. They do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's their path. But I feel like you do try to nurture it first and try to see where it goes. And if they're not good, then it's just continue to practice at it. Because if you just, you know what I'm saying, like if the child is just like going 1-2 weeks just doing the sport and then just cut it out, then of course they're not going to be good at it or consistent at it because they're not practicing at it. So I feel like if you nurture that too as well and support whatever your child wants to do, then you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Then you be good. But if they're just not good at it, then it's an acceptance factor of the child. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want them to just give up. But I feel like you do support it. But like at a certain point, you can be like, oh, well, navigate to this. Oh, is this something that you would like to do better? Or is this something you want to do? You know, I feel like you can nurture that in a certain way. Like as far as like supporting your kid if they're not necessarily good at sports. You know, like that might not be their passion. That might not be what they're, you know what I'm saying? Or they may be good at another sport. just lead them in another direction, you know what I'm saying, based on what they want to do. But I feel like you put things there, you know what I'm saying, to be active with them and understand that, okay, well, they may not like this, but we can try this if they don't like this or whatever the case may be, you know. And just the reality, all kids are just not athletic or sports gifted. Like, all kids are not like that. And that's the reality of it too. It's just the acceptance as a parent. I get what Boosie saying. He just like he was like, man, you know what I'm saying, I just accept it as a parent. If they not good, then you know what I'm saying, we're gonna move on to something else and focus on something else. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like how a lot of people view it. Like, nah, I'm gonna tell you, as a parent, you're not good at this. Let's move forward. But I feel like it's based on how you nurture it, how you actually interact with your kid as well too. With resources that you know, that like, oh yeah, well, you don't like basketball, but you may like baseball. Like, let's play this, you know, whatever the case may be. Like we said, sports is not also for everybody. Like, that's the truth too. Sports is not for everybody. But I feel like that is a good question. Do you support your kid if they're not good at sports? I feel like you support them. like I said, I feel like you gotta support them. But I feel like it's still an honest factor as a parent you need to have. All in all. Infamous, would you rather? All right, y'all. Would you rather? All right. Would you rather have a personal theme song everywhere you enter or walk into any room, or have a laugh track play after every joke you make? All right, so I repeat it. Would you rather I have a personal theme song every time you walk in the door? All right, or have a have a laughing track every time you make a joke? Man, of course the theme song. Of course the theme song every time you walk in the door. I don't know what the theme song will be, but of course the theme song. You know what I'm saying? Make your interest like that. That's actually funny. And then for the longest time, like, people gonna laugh at me, because for the longest time I didn't know it was a laugh track in a lot of TV shows and stuff. Like, until later in my life, I just like. Because I thought back then it was a lot of live audiences, which it was. It was a lot of live, you know, TV shows too. But like, I always thought the laughter was from the live TV shows. I didn't know it was from a laugh track. But I would definitely say a theme song. Like, what? Walking the door to a theme song? Tough. Too tough. I don't know what the theme song would be. That's the good conversation. I don't know what the theme song would be. But I definitely walk in stunning, for sure. But the laugh track is actually, that's actually dope. Every joke you make, you know what I'm saying, that would be cool. But I feel like that'd be corny, like, you know what I'm saying, like at certain times, only certain people can laugh at their jokes and make other people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a certain type of funny to do that. So for me, hell to the nah. Man, another amazing episode of the Faison View Podcast, man. Episode 390. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Faison View Podcast, man. All social media platforms, we out here. Continue to, man, support me on my journey. You already know, man. Hey, road to 400, all right? Road to 400. I want y'all to give me some ideas for episode 400. Should I do an interview? Should I do a certain type of special episode? Should I do like a Patreon episode where like we're making content, or we do verses? You know, that was popular. I've done that before. Like, y'all let me know what y'all want me to do. So episode 400, I want to make sure that it's exclusive, you know what I'm saying, but also it's some good content for y'all. So much love, guys. Much love. I'm going to see you guys. Talk to you guys soon.